Jason,
Charlie, what's up?
how's it going, sir?
What's going on, buddy? Hey, did you see the Q&A?
Yes, I did.
Okay. First of all, thank you, man, for I'm donating all the money to a charity, so 100% of the proceeds will go to someone that's much needed. So I want to appreciate and thank you for pitching in on that, man.
You're an honorable man, sir. It's always an honor, man.
Thank you. Hey, let's take a picture real quick, but you're kind of frozen
Sure.
up there, I think.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Okay.
Whenever I
But
get
you're frozen.
Okay.
Yeah. Charlie, if you can just refresh your browser.
refresh the browser. Okay.
We haven't started your time anyway, Charlie.
Yeah.
So we're not started until we take a picture. Yeah, you're good now.
Oh, I'm good.
Look good. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a picture
All right.
real quick.
Yeah, sounds good.
3, 2, 1. Gotcha. Thank you.
Cool.
It's an
So,
honor.
Charlie, where
Yes,
you
sir.
live at?
I am in North Carolina at the moment, sir.
North Carolina. Okay, perfect, man. Awesome. Well, did you get a chance to see me when I was out there?
No, I couldn't get out there in time, man. But this is like the next best thing. I have to compliment you and give you a little origin story, and also I gotta just get backstory for this because a question as well for you. But a long time ago, a show aired back in 1993 that was originally called Phantoms.
Yeah.
That turned into Power Rangers, and I was a small, skinny kid, low confidence, and then I watched a little movie called The Big Boss, which became Bruce Lee's thing, and then a little show came on. I seen an epic certain colored ranger come in and from bad to good, and inspired me to start martial arts. So for the last 29 years of my life, I have been in martial arts, and I'm helping teaching, and it's my passion. I love helping people with it. So without you, one of my childhood heroes, this would not be possible for me, sir. So thank you.
It's so crazy. Someone told me last night, I was talking to someone, and they told me almost a similar story, like, hey, this, started martial arts, started teaching. And I said, man, I sure wish I heard a story like that. And then all of a sudden, bam, I hear this story. That's super cool, man. That's
Thank
super
you.
cool.
Thank you so
I love
much.
martial arts, man. I started in 1992. Maybe a little rundown, legit story on this. I started in 92. It's exactly what I look like. And this was what I look like. And I went to an agency, and they told me, you don't got it. I mean, you got to cut your hair, take your earrings out. They kind of told me the way I should look. And
Yeah.
I got the role, not based off how I look, based off of martial arts. So even if I had the ponytails, they loved it because I grew it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's sometimes you just gotta be yourself. I mean, that's like the best thing in teaching. It's been a big thing for me. And my thing today is that I'm not talking about religion or anything like that, but I've gone through a lot of losses in life, man. And today was my choice where I just don't want to make any financial money today. Like I just, want to do good for people. And I would take this money and give it to someone who, everyone right now due with COVID and all that stuff is of course short, but it's just a good thing to have people like you to say something like that, because it reassures me what I'm doing and reassures me my value, as you have equal value just as me. You know what I mean? That we're the same. There's no difference because of who I am and what I do. And hearing stuff like that from Chuck Norris, my hero, just made it humble. But we're all brotherhoods through the martial arts, and I think that's what brings us close.
Yes, sir. It's amazing. What 2020 wasn't too much of a great year, and we had to rely on Zoom stuff to even train and everything. And
yeah,
it's just it's good at times and everything, but I do miss the camaraderie of everything like that. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But honestly,
it's
man,
crazy. I started that, not to interrupt, sorry, but I'll pause it here real quick, Evie, so I don't take your time. But
please,
when I started the trainmejdf.com, that was like 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that was that's to introduce you. You can actually, learn something through. Bottom line is I trained a student online, Skype, just to see if this would work. Okay.
Oh man, yeah.
I turn around and I would throw like a right punch, and I would look and say, okay, throw a right punch and look and throw. This kid loved it, but it didn't look like he loved it. And so every day he would tune in, and so it was kind of new to the computer, so it would be like this, and I would tell him, hey man, like you know, we're training today and all that stuff. Long story short, man, he did really good, but this kid ended up taking his life. And his mom called me and said this was the best thing that he's ever done. This was like, this moved him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I started trainmejdf.com, because if it meant that much to someone that I didn't know through social media, I probably could have switched and talked about some values, maybe, you know. I don't know what it is, dude. Like one of those things where a lot of problems going on in the world. I think this is just my day of the calling of letting people know that we're all valuable and we're all equal. And COVID, as you know, has changed the game with everything, but we all got through it.
Yes,
and
sir.
you know, by you teaching someone else, they'll able to carry that to someone else down the road. And that's what I think is super cool about teaching, is because you get to pass it on to someone else. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I got started, but I just paused to just tell you.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Again, it's crazy because I was going for my, you know, third Dan, and your school is literally right in Houston, Texas, where mine is, Grandmaster Kim Suk, Chyandaru Martial Arts. And I was just like, man, if I go there, I have to just go by to see my legendary hero himself and everything. But go figure, that happened. But no, I gotta ask you, good sir. You've been a Marvel fan, as you've said, and everything, and comic fan even before your legendary rise and everything like that. I didn't get the whole thing of it, but I got clips of it, like on the internet. 7 years ago, you were at a panel, and you had quite a surprise. So how did it feel with everything, you know, on the, you know, that you have and everything? You're talking to a panel, and all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, that's my favorite Power Ranger." You got to meet Stan Lee, and you got the tap on the back of one of the greatest humans to walk the earth, man. What was that like?
Dude, I can't tell you. Me and Stan had this relationship. You know, I got a magazine of Stan back there, but me and Stan had this relationship that that's what I'm saying. Those are the kind of people I want to be. You know, he's 90-something years old. He takes the time out of his busy schedule to come and look in my eyes and say hi to me. And for whatever reason, the universe attracts people like that. That's why that small celebrity circle that I know, that I'm like David Ramsey to play Astrogor, he's a friend. You know, and all these people, Mark Dacascos, all these people, it's amazing, man. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how that happened or why that happened, but I think it encouraged me to be him and Chuck Norris. Chuck told me I'm going to be the next him in the car. And I was like, that's impossible. But he told me his career didn't start until he was 50. And I'm 48, and this movie's got to be one of the best action movie. I did all straight Muay Thai action movie and acting that I've ever done in my life, and I'm 48 years old. You know what I mean? Go figure. I've learned, I've matured, I've you know, pushed the limits, and I'm pretty proud of this film, and I think you'll get a chance and you'll get a really good kick out of it.
Oh, 100%. I can't wait for what you got coming with Legend of the White Dragon, man. It's just Eric reading the story and everything, Bat in the Sun. You and Eric are magic geniuses when it comes to stuff like that.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah, like just even seeing the Green Ranger versus Ryu thing. Oh, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You give Aaron a camera and not even the money. You give him a camera and he does magical stuff. And now we got a big budget on a film. All the money goes to talent. It goes here, it goes there. But for us, everyone, like King Batch did it for free. He just stepped up and said, "Bro, I love you. I'm going to do it." He just did it for free. That's what I'm talking about, is that kind of attraction. By giving, like we give in martial arts, you'll receive.
Yes, sir.
By for whatever reason today, I came off like grouchy. I got a lot of stuff going on, but it's giving to people. And it fulfills me and fulfills my emotional bank account rather than my pocket. Because at the end of the day, Charlie, we're going to be gone. It even says that we'll all go end. You know what I'm saying? And we get to leave a legacy behind. And we get this moment to sit there and go, you know what? I did this chat. I did something. And I'm just here to tell you that you can do anything you want. We all have value, and we're all equal. And in martial arts, I always said, I can, never say I can. Someone that thinks that they got more value than me as a person, I don't respect them. So, you know, in martial arts, we got a ranking system, but our value is all equal. And once we see that and people see it, you know, maybe some of the mental health will stop because there's some people that don't think they're valuable out there. And we got to remind people how valuable everyone is equally.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, I do. It's again, I appreciate your shorts that you did. By the way, your amazing poetry, sir.
Thank you.
I dug those quite a bit. I know you dig deep down yourself and everything like that. I was able to watch those, and my God, man,
Thank you.
I don't know what to say. Just those are amazing.
Thank you. And you know, Charlie, being a martial artist and being a tough guy, people say, you know, like poetry, but I'm going to challenge people that vulnerability in speaking is the hardest thing ever. You know what I mean? We lost Charlie a little bit. There you go. So it's the hardest thing. You know, it's the hardest thing to do. It's the toughest thing to do. So that's why, like, people say, oh, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. It takes a tough person to sit there and look in the mirror and say, here are my flaws. But also, it takes an audience like you guys to understand it, to look and not think any different of me. And it actually helps people because they go, hey, man, I deal with the same thing he deals with. But we're warriors. You know, we're martial artists. On the end of the day, that's what we do, is we stand up and we keep fighting the battle. And that's what life is. Sometimes people say life isn't fair, and it's not. But we make the best out of what we got.
Yes, sir.
You know
it's not how hard you get.
I got people.
Okay.
But
yeah, it's
anyway,
not hard.
man, I just want to tell you that from the bottom of my heart, bro.
Well, I can't tell you enough, man. Thank you. It's an honor to finally meet one of my childhood heroes, and you never age, if that helps you.
Oh God, well, I appreciate you, buddy. Well, I look forward to it, man. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate the chat more than you know. I appreciate it just as much as you appreciate it. It hits right here in my heart, man. And much love, and I hope to see you soon. Okay.
Much love. God bless you, sir.
All right, buddy. God bless you, bud. See ya.
See ya.